Is your sweet toddler not quite chattering away like you expected? Do you lie awake wondering, why isn't my little one talking yet? Or am I doing enough to help them find their voice? If you're feeling that swirl of worry about your child's speech development, you are absolutely not alone. In today's video, we're going to tackle this common concern head-on. By watching till the very end, you'll not only understand the common reasons behind speech delays, but more importantly, you'll walk away with simple, actionable strategies you can implement today to encourage those precious first words and sentences. Get ready to feel more confident and empowered on your toddler's language journey. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Three Koi Fishes, where we're diving deep into the reasons why some toddlers take their time finding their voice, and more importantly, the simple, actionable steps you can take today to ignite their language journey. Joining me is my incredible seasoned mom friend, Sophie, and our wonderful new mom friend, Abigail, whose 2-year-old son, Joey, is exactly what we're talking about today. Welcome, ladies.
Thanks, Joy. Happy to share what I've learned from my 3 little chatterboxes.
So glad to be here. Joey's been on my mind, so this is perfect timing. Honestly, I'm hoping for some magic tricks.
Abigail, you've mentioned a few concerns about Joey's speech. Sophie, can you give us a quick overview of what's generally considered typical for speech milestones at this age to help our viewers understand the baseline?
Of course, Joy. First, big deep breath for all parents. There's a wide range of normal, but generally, by 12 months, we look for consistent babbling, like ma-ma-ma, ba-ba-ba, responding to their name, understanding no, and possibly a first word like mama or dada. At 18 months, using around 10 to 20 words, often pointing to objects, imitating sounds, understanding simple instructions, and around 24 months, 2 years, they should be using around 50 words, and crucially, starting to combine 2 words like more juice or go car.
Joey uses some words, maybe 20, but 2-word phrases are definitely rare. He mostly points or just makes sounds when he wants something.
Totally understandable, Abigail. Every child truly is unique. So, Sophie, for parents like Abigail, what are some common reasons why a toddler might be a bit slower to hit these speech milestones?
Let's break it down. One of the first things to rule out is hearing. If a child can't hear sounds clearly, they can't learn to say them. Has Joey had his hearing checked recently, Abigail? Sometimes it's as simple as fluid in the ears from frequent colds, which can muffle sounds.
He had it checked as a baby, but maybe it's worth another look, especially with how many ear infections he's had.
Good idea. Next, we consider oral motor development. Talking isn't just about knowing words, it's about the physical coordination of the lips, tongue, jaw, and breath. If your little one struggles with chewing different textures of food, drools excessively past their first birthday, or has very limited tongue movement, these could be subtle signs of oral motor challenges affecting speech.
This is a big one for so many of us in our busy lives, Sophie. Lack of consistent verbal interaction. We all rely on screens sometimes for a moment of peace, but passive listening to TV or apps, while seemingly educational, isn't the same as active, back-and-forth conversation with a human.
That is so spot on. The active engagement with back-and-forth communication and responding to what they're doing, that's how they learn the give and take of communication. It builds the foundation.
Oh, I feel that. Sometimes it's just easier to put on a show when I need to get dinner ready. It's hard to find that balance, and then I feel guilty.
Don't worry about the guilt, Abigail. We've all been there. And sometimes it's simply personality. Some children are observers. They're soaking everything in, processing it internally, before they feel ready to speak. They might be quiet, but are absorbing a ton of language. They'll talk when they're good and ready.
A quick but important myth bust here. If you're raising your child bilingually, it does not cause a speech delay. In fact, bilingual children often have cognitive advantages. They might mix languages or have slightly fewer words in each language individually, but their total vocabulary across both languages is often richer. So keep talking in all your languages. Now, let's focus on red flags that indicate it's time to seek professional help. If your toddler, 1. Doesn't respond to their name by 12 months. 2. Doesn't understand simple commands by 18 months. 3. Doesn't imitate sounds or gestures by 18 months. 4. Doesn't use any single words by 18 months. 5. Doesn't use two-word phrases by 24 months. Or 6. If they lose any speech or language skills they once had.
Please talk to your pediatrician immediately if you observe these. Early intervention from a speech-language pathologist is incredibly powerful and can make a huge difference. Never hesitate to get an evaluation if you're concerned.
All right, let's shift gears to the positive. What can you do right now at home to encourage those words? These are simple, everyday strategies that make a huge difference.
My absolute favorite is narrating everything. What's your child looking at? What are they doing? Describe it. If Joey's pointing to a ball, Abigail, you say, "Oh, you see the ball, big red ball." If he's pushing a car, "Vroom, vroom, the car is going fast." Don't quiz them, just provide the words naturally. You're building their language bank.
So, just talk even if he doesn't respond? I feel silly sometimes.
Totally normal to feel silly. But yes, you're building that vocabulary database.
Okay, let's go to tip number 2, offer choices, but keep them simple. Instead of, "What do you want to play with?" hold up 2 items and say, "Do you want the car or the teddy bear?" This encourages them to vocalize their preference, even if it's just a sound or approximation. Make it a routine.
This one's huge. The power of pausing. When you ask a question or expect a word, wait. Count to 5 in your head. Give them time to process and respond. Kids need that space. We adults are so quick to fill silence.
Oh, I am so guilty of jumping in too fast. I just want to help him.
Absolutely, Abigail. Many of us are. And that leads us to tip 4. Read, read, read. Beyond just the story, point to the pictures and label them. Look, a dog. The cat is sleeping. Make it interactive. It doesn't have to be long. Even 5 minutes is valuable.
Back to screen time. Reduce passive screen time and increase active interactive play. Instead of just watching, play with them. Pretend play, building blocks, singing songs together. These are gold for language development. The back and forth interaction is what matters.
That makes sense. Less watching, more doing.
Finally, simplify your language and model correctly. Speak clearly, use shorter sentences. If your child says "wah-wah," you say "yes, water." You're modeling the correct word without correcting them directly. And while cute sometimes, avoid too much baby talk. Use real words.
That's so empowering. These are things parents can do every day. This has been an incredible conversation, ladies. Abigail, how are you feeling about Joey's language journey now?
So much better. I feel like I have concrete steps to take and less worried now that I understand some of the why. Thank you both so much for these practical tips.
My pleasure. Remember, consistency is key and every little bit helps. Celebrate every sound, every gesture.
I second that. Thank you, Sophie and Abigail, for your time today. And to our viewers, if you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more parents just like you. Comment below with your own tips for encouraging speech, or share your first word stories. We'd love to hear them. And of course, subscribe to 3 Koi Fishes for more practical parenting hacks and insights. Please remember to ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.